Here at Popovers at Brickyard Square with owner John Tinius. Now this is your new restaurant.
It is.
Now how long have you been here?
We started Labor Day weekend.
Nice. And so you have another location in Portsmouth.
8 years in August in Portsmouth, so we're pretty excited to have number 2.
Now tell me about your concept here at Popovers. What kind of food do you serve here?
The Popover itself is a very savory food and a comfort food, and we try to marry and match our menu right around the Popover. So you know, as you can see, you've got a little bit of everything here. There's a Popover sundae and a turkey stuffed pot pie, and a Popover, a lobster roll in some cases, but in our case, it's a lobster stuffed Popover. And a lot of the items, the paninis, the salads, all have accents with savory ingredients.
So there's a theme of using a Popover throughout your menu.
Our food, I would say, is very close to any kind of a European cafe you'd go into, where you have these wonderful, beautiful desserts, and you have these delectable salads and sandwiches and soups and small plates. Marry that with some nice entrees, and you've got yourself Popovers.
And so we have a great selection of food here. So let's start talking about the food. So tell me again, what's this in front of me?
What you're looking at is Maine lobster with, you know, very, very little dressing in it, just really accentuating the lobster and the butteriness of the Popover. So you really get quite a delicious combination there.
That is delicious, and it's so beautiful. I mean, you really put a lot of effort into your presentation. That's really important to you.
People eat with their eyes.
Yes, definitely.
And if you go over to Europe, you know, one of the things that I noticed, you know, when you're Florence or Paris or Rome, or you're sitting in one of those piazzas in these lovely cafes, the attention to detail and the attention to how their food looks, how they display things, how they, you know, display their windows.
Now, is this an appetizer?
It is. You have kielbasa, and what we've done is taken the watermelon rind and we've marinated it.
Now this is on top as the watermelon rind?
Exactly.
I want to try that. Wow, that's so different.
Isn't it?
It is different. It's like sweet and sour at the same time. That's really delicious. Very good.
Really goes great with the kielbasa.
And again, it's so beautiful. I love the layers. And now let's move on to one of your Popover filled things at the end there. That is salmon?
It is. Salmon and capers. We also do a version of this at breakfast with lox and cream cheese, flavored cream cheese. The beauty of utilizing the Popover and then doing it in such a beautiful way is you know, what makes Popovers special.
So now you make your Popovers here in-house?
Thousands and thousands of them.
Thousands of them. So what is the process of making a Popover?
You know, there's 4 basic ingredients. There's, you know, butter, milk, water, and flour. A lot of times you'll see people trying to make Popovers at home, and they can't get them to stay frumpy and you know, in the one little piece, you know, where they kind of like contract with it, you know, eventually. My chef has figured out a way to keep this Popover looking beautiful.
So it's made like that and it stays that way
and it
until
stays,
it's
stays that way, yeah.
Okay, so let's move on. Now this is something a little bit different. Is this one of your specials here?
It is. They just did that today, you know, and much more like a turkey pot pie, only again utilizing the Popover instead of you know, a pie crust. Everything in our business starts with people, and we have a great culinary team back there. A lot of them were trained by my chef. Early on, he brought 15 people down from the Balsams with him.
And you have a consistency. Your food is consistent.
Consistent. People that love what they're doing. They have the passion and love to wake up every day and be excited about
And you included.
food.
You love the restaurant business.
I love it. I never considered this a day of work.
And tell me about this sandwich here.
You get a caprese panini. You know, I think the secret to a good panini is the bread and grilling it right, using fresh ingredients. Again, it's a nice buffalo mozzarella, tomato, and bacon. A really nice pesto in there, so that you know, it's a very savory, delicious, and fresh-tasting sandwich.
Now you also do a lot of sandwiches and salads, but you do entrees also.
We do.
So this is one of your entrees. It's very beautiful too.
Herb crusted chicken, very, very simple. That we use panko breadcrumbs, a little herb and spice in the breadcrumb itself, sautéed, and then topped with a beautiful lemon butter caper sauce.
Now you also do a lot of coffee here. and we saw someone
We
make
do.
us a cappuccino for us.
We do, and you know, we call our service people baristas because it is an art to do cappuccinos and lattes, and to do hot chocolate the way we do it, homemade and wonderful, steamed and fresh right in front of you.
Now you also do great pastries, cakes, and all that kind of stuff. Now you have a commissary in Hampton where you bake everything?
Yeah, we have 13 pastry chefs that work over there, doing a variety of different things, everything from individual, you know, petit fours to larger individual pastries to everyday cakes, pies, tarts, to the fanciest wedding cakes, anniversary cakes. We do, you know, if the president ever called us, we could do his inaugural cake for him.
It must be nice to know that everything you put out is like the best that can be made.
That's the goal. That's the goal.
So let's talk about this dessert. This is beautiful. Tell me about this.
One of our pastry chefs came up with that. We wanted to do something with a popover that would incorporate dessert. This is gelato, and then you have your candied walnuts. You can see that they put an accent of a little chocolate on it, drizzled ganache over it, caramel sauce. You've really got a lot of components there that make one heck of a delicious dessert.
Everything but the kitchen sink, right?
This is not for one appetite. Usually it's shared by 2, 3, 4 people.
Gotcha.
Although I have seen individuals eat it before. So.
Great. Well, can we have a toast to your new Popovers at Brickyard Square?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
It was a pleasure.